Okay, so you have another season of your show coming out.
Yeah, Playboy Murders season 3 is coming out.
This is crazy. So do you love horror films? Do you love scary things?
I've always loved scary things since I was little. I grew up on unsolved mysteries. I grew up, loving horror movies, or at least the ones I was allowed to watch.
Totally.
So
were you ever sgherd in the Playboy Mansion? I feel like it's kind of scary.
Probably for reasons you wouldn't think. Oh. I mean, there were definitely like ghosty occurrences in there. But
100%. I feel like it's filled with ghosts.
Totally. But, Bridget really loves that stuff. I really love that stuff. So I always thought that was kind of intriguing and fun.
Wow.
The scary stuff is some of the other girls you have to deal with, or like,
totally,
what's going to happen in the bedroom on night 2 or something,
Oh my God.
That's the scary stuff. Give me a ghost any day.
Was Hugh good in bed?
Well, it's a very different story between when we were just like by ourselves than like with everybody else in the room. Everybody else in the room, no, that was disgusting. I hated it. I made it very known. I hated it.
That's Playboy Murders for you.
100%. But if it was just me and him, it was very like a lot more normal than you would think.
I would not think it would be normal, to be honest.
Nobody does. I think everybody has this like real horror story of like how gross an old man's body must be. And they're like I swear, like I can't post anything. I mean, not so much these days, but I feel like there was a time when I couldn't post anything without some dumbass in the comments like, oh, old balls or something like that. And look, maybe some people's balls do get old and nasty, but I've never seen such a thing.
That's so nice to Hugh. So his balls were great.
As far as I could tell, I didn't notice anything.
Did he turn off the lights?
Weird. Yeah. Oh. I mean, there's a saying like all cats are gray in the dark.
Totally. Wait, I don't know that saying, but that's...
Well, you know who came up with that saying is Benjamin Franklin, which is like how you know I'm old is I'm like breaking out the Benjamin Franklin lore. But Benjamin Franklin was a massive hoe. And he had all these sayings like he would talk about. I'm not even joking. He had a club with his friends called the Hellfire Club, and he slept around like crazy. And
Hellfire Club?
Yeah, and he would tell people, sleep with older women. They're less likely to get pregnant. Like he had all his shit figured out. And he came up with this saying called all cats are gray in the dark, which is like everybody kind of looks the same in the dark, right?
Wait, I'm obsessed with Benjamin Franklin being like an actual slut.
He really was, from what I understand.
Would you have fucked Benjamin Franklin?
I mean, at first I think of what he looks like and I'm like, no, but I am attracted to, like, he's kind of my type, like rich and problematic.
Totally. And kind of old.
I wouldn't say old is really my type. It's funny, I was talking about this on another podcast too, because like obviously Hef was old, but that's never been like my pattern moving forward. Like I've never dated anybody significantly older than me.
What made you fall in love with Hef?
I think just the fact that he's so interesting and iconic. I mean, that did not hurt. But also, like, I would never go for a guy just because he's rich either.
100%.
Like,
I would, though.
When you're really...
Yeah, of course.
When you're like a young girl in LA, like when you first move here, like you're approached by all kinds of like...
Look at you.
Gross rich
I'm
guys.
gay. I would approach you. I'm like, come on. Yeah,
Thank
100%. Wow.
It was just more like he was so iconic and accomplished and interesting. And when you meet him, when you're first like coming up to the parties and stuff, he's like the perfect gentleman. And it's all very intriguing.
I mean, from watching the show, which was all fake, I assume, but
a lot of it, yeah.
But I was like, I want to be a playmate. I want to be a Playboy bunny. That seems fun as hell.
Yeah, it really made things look so ideal.
Totally, totally. This might be a really inappropriate question and we can cut this if you're not allowed to say this. Did you get any money when you died? No.
Well, I mean, I was gone.
No, but maybe you were put in the will.
I was put in the will at one point, and this is kind of sad, but like when I broke up with him, I was like packing my stuff, and then one day there was like a folder. I don't know why I'm laughing. There was like a folder set out on my side of the bed because he knows I'm going to look at it. Like everybody knew I was the biggest snoop in the house. So I look at it. You
really were, by the way. I remember that.
Oh, I fully admitted it on the show.
Drawers, everything. I remember.
Well, not like people's drawers, like in their room.
No. I remember.
Like I go down to the office and like
but
anything
also you were the
laid
competent
out.
one, to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I love Bridget, love her. But I'm just saying you were very on top of it.
Yeah, and I felt like, and it was, Bridget and I talked about this on podcast too, it's kind of sad, and I feel like one of the reasons I would be down in the office, and if something was like laid out on the desk, I would go through it, is because you lived in this situation where you felt like you had zero control. Like you didn't know
100%.
who was showing up, who was going to be in the bedroom the next day, and I just wanted to be prepared.
Jesus. 100%.
So it's kind of like this defense mechanism. Like I just want to
course.
know what's coming down the pipeline, you know?
Jesus. Okay.
So anyway, I snooped. But this was laid out on my bed. Like this was very
this was
clearly for
you.
me to
Yeah.
see, my side of the bed. So I look at it and it's his will all printed out, all the details. This is who's getting what and blah, 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 blah. He was like leaving me $3 million. But it was kind of sad though, because I'd already broken it off with him and he was trying to get me to stay. So it was kind of like a
that's so
low
sad.
key bribe, but also sad because he can't like sit me down and talk to me about it. It was just like, oh, maybe like if she sees this.
And you still left.
Yeah.
Turning down $3 million, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I
didn't go through what you went through. People are going to come for me. People are going to be like, Owen, be respectful. No, but of course, you had to do what's right for you.
Yeah.
Just $3 million is enticing.
Totally, especially since even though I was on a hit show, like there was no guarantee I was going to land anywhere. Like I didn't have any connections. We'd been very much kept in this bubble.
Totally.
Like it was a time in media where if you were that kind of a girl on that kind of show, you were definitely treated like such a joke. So I was definitely kind of starting with nothing but like the little bit of money I'd saved and invested, so.
Totally. Did you make money from the show?
Yeah, we did eventually. But for the first order of shows, which was like 8 episodes for season 1, we weren't paid anything. We were just like expected to do it.
Wait, go back because I think people will find this interesting. Did you really feel like you were on the outskirts of like pop culture? You were very pop culture at that time, but I just mean, did you really feel people didn't take you seriously because of that show?
100%.
See, I had the opposite reaction.
That's
I
so
was
funny.
like, all of my friends were like, these are the coolest girls in the world,
That's
and we
so
want to be them.
sweet. Yeah, we didn't feel that way. We felt very much like a joke and like, we weren't really at the same level as like other like mainstream celebrities because we weren't really allowed to go out and explore that. Like it was only kind of what Playboy would let us do.
Totally.
And we were very much in the bubble. And of course, you're always seeing all the negative stuff written about you online. And that is always so easy to believe. So It was scary leaving. Like I didn't know where I would land, but I felt like I had to do it.
You're gonna figure it out in your dreams. Good night, Owen Theo.